Friends, hi, namaskar, and a very warm welcome to today's episode. Today, we are in the second decade of the 20th century. This is a very eventful decade, and many events have taken place in this particular decade. But in this decade, there is one particular event which had overshadowed all other events, and it is a 4-year duration event. Precisely, it is the First World War, which was fought in Europe from 1914 to 1918. So, for a better understanding, what I have done is I have split up the decade into two parts. In today's episode, I shall be talking about the other events apart from the First World War, and in part 2, we'll be talking about the First World War. So, friends, let us all sit back and relax and find out what has been happening in our world in that time. Let us start with India. You see, in India, till that time, the capital of the British Empire was in Calcutta, and it was a true representation of the colonial era. In December 1911, King George V, the Emperor of India, declared that the capital of British India will be shifted out from Calcutta to Delhi. See, this is a decision which has had its far-reaching effect. The British up to that time had their main posts in Calcutta, Bombay and Madras, which were mainly their trading posts. Delhi, though the capital of the Mughal Empire, was not much preferred by the British. Why did King George take this decision? Exact reasons would not be known, but what the historians feel, probably it was to have a better control on the frontiers of British India. In the year 1913, Rabindranath Tagore was awarded the Nobel Prize for his contribution in literature. Nobel Prize is the most prestigious prize in the world even today. By awarding the Nobel Prize for Literature to Rabindranath, the Nobel Committee not only acknowledged his contribution, it also acknowledged the contribution of India's culture and heritage in the world. In 1915, the British Empire in its birthday list honored Rabindranath by awarding the knighthood to him. Also in the year 1915, a 45-year-old Gujarati barrister came back to India from South Africa after spending 21 years there. He had already made a name in faraway South Africa by his non-violence movements against the colonial rulers of South Africa. He was Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi or Mahatma Gandhi, and his coming back to India is a major event which had changed the course of the Indian freedom struggle. Then in the year 1919, the British opened fire on a peaceful rally which took place in Jallianwala Bagh in Amritsar, killing more than 350 unarmed innocent men, women and children. In protest, Rabindranath relinquished his knighthood. Moving away from India, let us see the other world events. Let us quickly go to faraway South America in the country called Peru. In 1911, a long forgotten old Inca site was discovered in Peru and it was named as Machu Picchu. Till that time, the anthropologists and the historians were aware of 5 ancient civilizations, but the discovery of Machu Picchu made it the 6th ancient civilization, and anthropologists and historians are still date working on the exact history of the Incas in that particular place. Meanwhile, Machu Picchu has become a major tourist attraction for Peru. We are all aware that on a cold night in the Atlantic, RMS Titanic, in its maiden voyage from England to USA, hit an iceberg and sank within 3 hours, and more than 1,500 people perished in the cold waters of the Atlantic. All this we came to know from the iconic movie The Titanic. But do we know the date when Titanic sank? It was on 6th April 1912. In the first episode, I have spoken about few empires in the Eurasian countries. Let us see what is happening in those empires. You see, these empires, by the turn of the century, have lost much of their strength because of rebellion and unrest of the subjects. But what happened to them? Nearer home, let us quickly go to China and see what is happening in China. The Qing dynasty was ruling China for centuries. As I have told you just now, it is already weakened and it has just come out of the Boxer Rebellion in the early 1900s. Ultimately, in between 1911 and 1912, the rebels were able to bring down this Qing dynasty, and Chinese empire was actually demolished, and in its place China became a republic under Chiang Kai-shek and remained a republic for the next 4 decades. Had China remained a republic as on day, the world events could have been possibly different. Then we see what is happening in the Romanov Empire. Romanov Empire, or rather the Russian Empire, is also another old empire, and it has been ruling Russia and part of Europe and Asia for several centuries. This dynasty has also become weak, and it was in that period being ruled by Tsar Nicholas II. In October 1917, the Bolsheviks, under the leadership of Vladimir Lenin, overthrew the Tsars and took control of the Russian government and established what is the first communist government in the world. What were the immediate effects and the far-reaching effects of this rebellion? Well, the immediate effect was Russia, who were participating in the First World War in the side of the allies of British and France, withdrew from the war by signing a treaty with Germany. What were the far-reaching effects? For the next 7 decades, the world was divided into communist bloc and capitalist bloc, and in many countries, the people being inspired by the communist government and the communist revolution had tried to establish communism, and in certain countries they were actually successful. So you see, the Russian Revolution, which took place in the second decade of the 20th century, had brought in a form of government which was quite popular for quite some time. Then moving on, we come to the Ottoman Empire. The Ottomans are the Turks who were ruling the Balkan states, that is the Eastern European countries, as well as some countries of the Asian continent. At the turn of the century, this empire had also become weak, and certain countries like Bulgaria and Serbia have already broken away from the empire. The Turks of the Ottoman Empire were fighting in the First World War on the side of Germany and Austria, and by participating in this First World War, the empire was already weakened. In the later part of the decade, the Ottoman Empire was actually suffering a lot, and it was on the way to be formed a republic. Their leader was a young gentleman called Kemal Pasha, or better known as Kemal Ataturk, who has converted the Ottoman Empire into the Turkish Republic. And although the empire officially was demolished in 1922, this decade saw the death bell ringing in the Ottoman Empire. Before the decade drew a close, the world was visited by a deadly pandemic between 1918 to 1920, and in that pandemic, although the exact numbers are not known, between 5 to 10 crore people perished all over the world. What was that pandemic? Well, we all know now that this was the dreaded Spanish flu. In India itself, the death toll was around 2 crores, or 5% of the entire population. You see, this particular decade, which was a very happening decade, saw political changes, saw major war, pandemic, natural disasters, etc. before drawing to a close. As the decade draws to the close, so I will also be drawing a close to this program, and the only thing that remains to be discussed is the First World War, that I am going to talk about the next time. So thank you all. Namaste and bye, and we will definitely see you next time.